about IT capitals, how can we not talk about Bengaluru, India's Silicon Valley, where the warning bells are not from rain but from rage at the moment. A top CEO has ripped into city's mess, calling out nightmare traffic, death trap potholes, and civic apathy that's making business impossible in the city. Let's start with the spark that ignited this firestorm, though. BlackBuck co-founder and CEO Rajesh Yabaji took to social media slamming Bengaluru's crumbling infrastructure. He's relocating his company to Belandur office in fact, his company at the moment is in Belandur on the outer ring road, citing death trap roads and endless commuters are suffering, which is killing productivity for his company, is what he had highlighted in a post. In his word, it's very hard to continue here. This is not just venting though, it's a symptom of a deeper malaise. Potholes turning into safety hazards, traffic turning commutes into nightmares, and a perceived civic apathy that's exposing the city's underbelly even to foreigners.
On 29th of August, we had done a report from here at Double Road, highlighting the menace of this particular pothole. We had also filed a complaint at the Gundi Gamana app, the app that was developed by the Karnataka government, so that we can highlight the potholes and they can clear them off or they can repair those potholes. But it has been 20 days since we had filed that complaint, and you can still see the condition of the road continues to remain the same. Let me first show you a proof of that particular complaint that we had written. Let me just ask my camera person to show you this app. This is the Gundi Gamana app, and let me just go to my complaints. In my complaints, there are two complaints that I filed of both the same place, and here it says big pothole in Double Road, 29th August at 2 p.m. Complaint received, but nothing has been done with regards to that particular road, and this is that road about which I had filed a complaint to the app that was being given by the Karnataka government, and the road continues to remain the same. Though we've got assurances from the government, from the Deputy Chief Minister, highlighting that repair work is happening in a jiffy, repair work is happening as fast as possible. But it's been 20 days. 20 days is a lot of time since we had filed this complaint about this particular area in Double Road, and nothing has happened. So you can clearly get an idea about the situation of different roads and the complaints that the people have filed. If in 20 days, if you have not been able to clear this particular road, which is in the center of the city, this is central Bengaluru. Right behind me is the BMTC office. This is the Shantinagar bus stand. Along with that, on my left hand side is Bangalore City Crime Branch. You can clearly see here. It's written here. The crime branch is over here. This is Kengal Hanumantaya Road. If you take a left from here, you will reach the corporation office. Corporation office is a kilometer away, but still they haven't been able to find this particular pothole which we have identified, reported, and it still continues to remain here. It now remains to be seen how long will Bengaluru suffer with regards to these potholes, because complaints have been filed, but it hasn't been rectified. Though Deputy Chief Minister has said that November it will be cleared. I want to ask one of the people over here, sir, you travel daily, you see these potholes.
This is from since about 7-8 months. We faced lot of problem and heavy traffic is there, and always there is a blockade here, and there are so big hallas here. It is impossible to drive the vehicle. I don't know what the government is. It sleeping or is it alive? We don't know. Thank you.
They are saying that they are doing work. Lot of potholes have been filled, but do you see that on the
No, they are just hoodwinking us. They are not doing anything. They are doing their own job.
Substandard material.
They are doing their own job.
They put substandard material. They misuse the funds. They loot the public. Crores of rupees.
No, what the TV9 is doing is very good, but they are not doing anything. They are sleeping on the tables.
Thank you so much. As you heard, one of the commuters over here who clearly mentioned that they are misusing funds, they are hoodwinking the public, and this is one such proof that we are trying to show. Though the Deputy Chief Minister has assured that by November, yesterday he had tweeted saying November is the final deadlines to cooperators. By that time, these potholes will be fulfilled. It will be remain to seen whether that happens or not. For now, this pothole remains at the very spot where it was 20 days back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a ground report that News 9 got for you. Our reporter had filed a complaint of that very patch of the road 20 days ago. He has said that no action has been taken and 20 days have passed since then. Well, the numbers don't lie. According to recent reports, Bengaluru is Asia's most congested city and the third slowest globally for traffic flow. A mere 10 km takes 30 minutes on average, crawling at just 17.6 km per hour. Vehicle explosion is fueling this, from 1.02 crore registered vehicles in 2021 to 1.2 crore in the year of 2025. The roads are actually choking. And the economic toll? Staggering. Bengaluru losses 19,725 crore rupees every year in time and resources, with 7.07 lakh hours of productivity vanishing into thin air annually. That's thousands of crores down the drain, all because of this traffic mess. Yabaji's move has now caught national attention. Andhra Pradesh's IT Minister Nara Lokesh is ready to, offer him something in Vizag, promising smoother roads and better infrastructure. Now all eyes are on Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. What's his next move to stem the exodus? But Bengaluru is not alone in this plight. India's other metro cities grapple with their own share of civic neglect and also infrastructural failure. Delhi faces chronic waterlogging and dilapidated bridges. Mumbai battles garbage mountains and flooding. Chennai suffers water scarcity and poor drainage. Hyderabad endures traffic gridlocks and lake encroachments, while Kolkata is crippled by old infrastructure and waste mismanagement. The big questions remain at this hour for everybody. Can India's metros sustain growth when civic infra is collapsing at this rate and is looking like that in every big city? Can tech, policy, public pressure turn the tide for cities like Bengaluru and Hyderabad? That's the big question that we continue to ask here for the viewers of News 9.